Muhammed was not much bothered, as his mind was firmly set on achieving a feat that would radically change his community by improving mobility in critical times like this.
You know, the nature of my job is such that I'm always on the move. I had a bicycle which I used to go about my business, and I knew how difficult it was. When I want to go from place to place, if the rains find me away from home, I had to wait until it stops so that I can go on my normal business. I realized how frustrating this was and had to think of a solution.
For the residents, it is a timely intervention coming from the most unlikely source. Fatoumata Sanyang, a police officer, believes the benefits are immeasurable and invaluable.
Definitely, I was very worried because in those two, last year and this year, it's very, very, very hectic for us because students here, they cannot able to go to school when it is rain. Even myself, if I'm supposed to go for work, I cannot call. I only call my issue and explain him because of the condition of the water rule here.
Okay. Raji Sani, another resident, is still worried as he contemplates the fate of his house, which has already begun to crumble.
We the youths, we found it very difficult, because we work hand in hand to make sure that we work physically, to make sure that, we help, we cater for some of the difficulties. But yet still, things is getting out of hand. We cannot control it because our main waterways, it comes from the main road here. That's the main bridge here. It passed through. So for the past few years, we found it very difficult here.
Others such as Pai Jaju, Teneng Sane and Fatu Baji said these bridges enable them and their children to go to the main markets and schools without having to wait for the rains to stop. They all heap praises on their hero, describing him as hardworking and resourceful, whilst also calling on the authorities to help save their compounds or what remains of them. Muhammad is not planning to rest on his laurels yet and has recruited 15 like-minded volunteers to undertake similar but more advanced bridges in the area. He insists that given the required help, he can utilize his welding skills to construct steel bridges. Whether he can do it or not remains to be seen, but while his ingenuity continues to amaze neighbors, it will also serve as a lesson to the country's youth to explore available means of contributing meaningfully to the development of their communities. After all, it takes only some resourcefulness and determination to effect change in one's community, as Muhammad's case has shown. Jalla, Grts.
The Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, APRC, is organizing a fundraising gala dinner. The package includes the launching of Sekuba Bambino's album, Babili Mansa. Aissatou Badian Sarr sat down with the chairperson of the committee responsible for the organizational aspect and she reports.
Some of the words in the song may still remain strange to many a Gambian, but its melodious tune continues to thrill the audience, especially those that appreciate the enormous development gains undertaken by President Jammeh. The song Babili Mansa from a non-Gambian goes to show that the Jammeh administration is not only appreciated by Gambians but non-Gambians alike. The musician Sekuba Bambino, who according to the chairperson of the organizing committee of a fundraising to be organized by the APRC party, is in town to launch his album as the party embark on raising funds to strengthen the operational affairs of the party.
The APRC fundraising committee, which I chair, is engaged in a fundraising drive, and one of the things that we are going to do is to hold a gala dinner, a fundraising gala dinner. And to make it interesting, I thought we should also use the opportunity to launch the Sekuba Bambino Babili Mansa album.
Minister Fai shed more light on logistics put in place for the fundraising program that is expected to be graced by President Jammeh.
We are in the rainy season and we cannot hold it outside. We have to hold it in the hall so that people will have their meals comfortably. With regards to the cost of the tables, the platinum table is $60,000 and the diamond table is $50,000. The gold table is $40,000. But we also have what we call the platinum plus, meaning that you pay $250,000 and you sit at the high table with the president. You have a photo opportunity with the president. And you also have a certificate of appreciation signed by the president, who is the party leader.
Shekuba Bambino, the Gambians' renowned choral maestro Jaliba Kuyate, and a host of other Gambian artists, according to the chairperson, will be on hand to entertain, but nonetheless was quick to send a message of appeal to the masses.
I want to say to people that we want to start at 9 o'clock. The president will arrive by 8:30. So we want everybody to be there 30 minutes before 8:30, meaning 8 o'clock, so that we start the dinner early. As you know, there are some people that don't want to eat their dinner late. Usually people think it's the president that is delaying. No, he is always ready, but he always wants to wait until everybody is in. But once he comes in, the gates are closed.
Aissatou Badiane Sarr, GRTS.
Interesting. It is fast becoming a big job provider, especially for young people with the liking for the outdoors. The growing interest in bird watching on the path of the Gambian youth underlines the country's status as an avifauna paradise. Ebrima explains.
They troop in accord, working quietly within the open savanna woodland, equipped with binoculars and tripods while scanning the forest for birds which have an uncanny ability to conceal themselves in woods. These are members of the Bird Watchers Association of the Gambia, out on a call to the numerous avifauna species in the country, denoting an activity which takes place virtually throughout the year. With the Gambia famous as a bird's haven, the association has been growing in strength and numbers over the years.
Bird watching is proving to be a major means of employment for a host of young people who are suddenly realizing the amazing and overpowering possibilities availed by the country's natural endowment.
Many believe it is time the sector is re-examined and bolstered in line with efforts to court more lovers of nature to the country.
I think with the collaboration of all the local bird watchers with the hoteliers and the government, that is the GTA, should be in one and make sure all these bird watchers are distributed in different hotels.
And of course this will greatly help the drive to promote tourism.
Yeah, that's it. That is also another promotion of getting tourists to come to the country. Because in any hotel you have a professional that will encourage the tourists that are in that hotel to take them outside and show them the wild and also interact with the local communities.
Apart from being receptive to the environment, bird watchers entirely understand their terrain. The local birders in the country are said to be the best in the sub-region.
Gambia is one of the best countries in Africa that provide local guides. We have the biggest number of local guides in the Gambia than any of West African countries.
Now, with hardly a season for birds, the sector has vast potentials to spur the growth of the tourism industry.
The birds are here all year round, and in fact, they think the rainy season is not good for the tourism in this country.
That is the very time
but
we should come.
We the bird watchers think the rainy season are even the best time.
It's just the time.
Yeah, because when you come at that time, you see most of the birds in their breeding colors.
Exactly.
That is beautiful.
And nature in full bloom.
Exactly. Green trees, green grass, and everything is green.
Solomon Jallow, a seasoned bird watcher, understands the gains which can be derived from the sector if it is properly harnessed. Here he illustrates some qualities required to make a good bird watcher.
It is something that you must go to a school.
Yes.
You must learn. And then you must be very agile. That is, you have to be strong physically, mentally, and even spiritually. You have to. Because, I mean, in the wild, if you go inside the wild, there are many ways of identifying things. Not only the birds, but trees, butterflies.
A hammock resting under the shade of a giant tree. Piaks and village weavers come together in a lush open savanna. With over 650 avifauna species in the country, the Gambia is the perfect retreat for bird watchers. Ebrima, GRTS.
We'll be back with more stories right after this break.